He's a very versatile player, so as long as he gets the supply, he's likely to score. And also, as you and I picked that up as well. He said he likes to, he's quite vocal as well,
I love
and
that.
that's something we like. It's almost like for us with what we had compared to what we need at this point in time. It's almost a perfect signing.
So welcome back to Small Heath Alliance FC. And on Tuesday evening, Birmingham City confirmed the transfer of Alfie May from Charlton Athletic. Now, as Birmingham City supporters, we all know one of our biggest priorities this season, and has been for many years, is a proper number 9, a real goal scorer. And more importantly, someone who has a track record of scoring goals at this level and in this league. And this to me shows a message of intent from the owners, that we're not messing around and we're here to score goals, we're here to get promoted. And we're here to show League One what we're made of. But let's get into it. And Dad, what were your thoughts when you saw that Alfie May had signed for Birmingham City?
Well, to be honest with you, it was a real surprise that I didn't realise he was on our radar until Huddersfield were linked with him, and then we stepped in and made our offer to him, and he accepted us. I know that looking at his, I don't know if you saw the thing that he put on. I think it was Twitter to the Charlton fans, explain his reasons. He said his wife didn't settle in London and he wanted to go back near a family. So he was always going to move, but it's just which club he went to. And I'm really glad he's come to us. He's exactly what we need. You know, he's well established at this level. He has scored 20 plus goals for the last 3 seasons. In fact, actually, I'll just give you a very quick few stats. Going back, he in 2021, he was at Cheltenham. 2021-2022, scored 23 goals, 20 goals the season after, also for Cheltenham, and then last season, 23 goals. This is league goals for Charlton. So we haven't had that. I mean, the last player who scored 20 plus goals a season for us was Che Adams, going back to 2017, I think, something like that. And before that, I mean, we haven't had a player who scored 20 plus goals for over 20 years.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, if you think about number 9s, proper goal scoring number 9s at Birmingham City, I'm just going to take my generation, and I'm sure, Dad, you know Trevor Francis, you saw him play. But if you just take my, like Mikel Forsell, Kevin Phillips, Shea Adams, those are the goal scorers of my era that were proper sort of number 9s and put the ball in the net. And hopefully he lives up to that sort of reputation. And I'm so excited. We've actually got a fully signed, contracted number 9 at this club who has a track record of scoring goals. And I think if we can give him the service he requires and give him the freedom to have that roam, I think he's going to score bags of goals again this season for us. I really do.
It's just the experience, that he did it last year in League One. We're in League One. For a Charlton team, for the majority of the season that was struggling, and then Nathan Jones came in and steadied the ship a little bit, and they started to improve towards the end of the season. So he's scoring goals in what was a struggling team in Charlton. He did that with Cheltenham, who were always towards the bottom, and when it did help them get promoted from League Two. Actually, if you look at his goal scoring record, he's had 204 games in League One and scored 73 goals. That's not a bad ratio, is it? And 11 assists in League Two, 72 games and 17 goals. Then there's FA Cup goals, 21 games, 11 goals. So he's got a really good scoring ratio. He's obviously played for other teams as well. Doncaster he played for, 116 games, 23 goals. So there's goals in every team that he's been in, and that's very encouraging because the way that Chris Davies looks like he's going to set us up, it looks like we're going to create a lot of chances.
Yeah. Also, as well, good range of goals. I don't know whether you had the chance to watch his highlight reel.
I did,
he scored some from 20 yards, some from 5 yards, some from the edge of the box, some from inside the box.
Yeah.
A real good range. And I like to read the room on social media. I like to hear from fans and from the club that we buy players from just to get a little bit of a sense check. And a lot of Charlton fans were saying, if you play him in the right way, he's an absolute animal. So Charlton allowed him to have free roam. Hence why you see him scoring at the edge of the box, in the 6-yard box, just outside, all these different areas. They allowed him to hover around in the attacking part of the pitch and sort of let him do his thing. And for me, it's always going to be about the quality of service that we can provide him. And, Chris Davies is going to change our style of football this season, which is great to hear. But we have been that back-footed style of football, so we need to progress out of that. And if we can go at teams and gun at teams and give Alfie May the service that he needs, as I said, I think he's going to smash 20-plus goals in this season for us. And I've got a feeling we're going to see some screamers going as well. There's some good goals. And when was the last time we went down St.Andrews consistently and saw belters going in or, going at teams, really
Well, we've
going
seen plenty of belters, but they've been against us.
Sadly so, yeah.
We don't score many spectacular goals. What I liked about what I saw when I looked at his goals that he scored last season, he seems like a really intelligent player. So he creates space and he knows where to be.
A bit like Josh Sargent from Norwich, quite
Yeah.
quite an intelligent sort of style of player.
That's a good analogy. Because he's a very sort of a similar type of style of play. But what I was thinking about him, obviously it depends upon the system we play. He will need supply, obviously, and I believe that if he was in our squad last season, he would have struggled to score the goals because he wouldn't have got the supply. So that's something that's got to be fixed. Like Lou said, the Charlton fans said, if you play him in his comfortable position, that's what we need to find, his comfortable position, and actually provide him with the supply because, like you said, he scored a lot of different goals, some tap-ins, some outside the box.
Some screamers,
I believe he doesn't miss penalties either, so that's another good thing because some of those were penalties as well.
Yeah.
So he's quite versatile in terms of the type of style. I didn't think he scored many headers. I saw one, I think, header. But he's not there to be picky about how he puts the ball in, as long as he shoves the ball in anyway.
Can go off his knee. I don't care where he hits and goes off, as long as he's scoring goals, I don't care. And just on that, Dad, if you don't mind, I've got a few quotes from Charlton fans who just referenced his sort of style of play and stuff. A couple of words which popped up from them was he's aggressive, he's a role model, his work rate is incredible. In fact, the word workaholic was thrown around. Intelligent. And as I say, if we can give him that service, I think we've got a real sort of quality striker on our hands here. And in his interview, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to his interview, he talks about his experience, how he's going to influence and try and help the younger lads. Yeah. And he talks about his knowledge of League One and how he can help the team and how he has those leadership qualities in the changing rooms as well. What I liked is he said he's not always right, but he'll always voice his opinion. And I think that's a really crucial thing to hear, especially from a striker who, it's a really, really frustrating position sometimes, isn't it, being up front when you're not getting the service or when sometimes things aren't clicking. So it can be quite easy as a striker to become a little bit invisible in games. But if he's shouting, he's vocal, he's showing that leadership skills, to me, they're really good qualities for a striker to have.
And we want that as well. It's almost like everything we've said is exactly what we were missing last season. And also exactly what we need in League One. So we've now got the player that got the Golden Boot in League One last season. So he knows all about the vast majority of the opposition. He knows what to expect. He's a proven goal scorer because he hasn't just done it. He's not like a one-season wonder. He's proved it over a number of seasons. He's a very versatile player. So as long as he gets the supply, he's likely to score. And also, as you said, and I picked that up as well, he said he likes to, he's quite vocal as well.
I love that.
That's something we like. It's almost like, for us, with what we had compared to what we need at this point in time, it's almost a perfect signing.
I think so.
The only issue I have with him is obviously, like all players, is just keeping them fit. Because obviously, League One, like the Championship, there's a lot of games come thick and fast.
Yeah. It's like, just on that, you said what you don't like. There was on the video that the Blues posted on Tuesday evening. It was like brilliant, can't wait, excellent striker. I really don't like his hair. Like someone went out their way to pick up that they don't like his hairstyle, and then someone below it jumped on the bandwagon. Going, it's a bit Jack Grealish-esque, isn't it, and stuff like that. So that really made me laugh. That it was just all positive. Don't like his hair. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, I mean,
all entitled to our opinions.
It doesn't matter what he looks like or what hair he's got. If he scores goals for us, it really doesn't matter, does it?
That's probably why he doesn't score with his head. Wants to keep his hair nice and clean.
Well, exactly. But I think for him as well, he's just literally turned 31 a few days ago, so he's at the point now. He's got X amount of seasons left as a top a striker. So I reckon he's going to have 3 or 4 outstanding seasons that he could use. That could really get us to where we need to be. Definitely. If we can keep supplying and keep him fit, etc. So it's a big move for him as well. Yeah, big move for him. And I think he'll enjoy the Blues. I think he'll enjoy the fans, and I think if he's going to be a prolific goal scorer, he'll end up being a hero.
Absolutely, we love goals. I mean, there's 2 kind of things we love down the Blues, isn't it? Players that put the ball in the net, good goal scorers, and people who absolutely work their socks off. They're the 2 kind of things that will always get you a big win with the Blues fans. The Blues fans will show him exactly what this club's about. We'll get behind him. We'll be singing his name. I'm sure the Blues fans in the Tilton are already coming up with a song for him of some kind. But he even said he can't wait to get the nervousness of his first goal scored at St.Andrews. And, he's going to hear that roar. And I'm sure it's going to be quite an enthralling experience for him, to be fair. But just 2 final points for me, really, really, really tiny ones. And that's, with Hogan gone, the number 9 shirt's available. I know it's a small thing. I hope I see Alfie May in the number 9 shirt. Yeah. And number 2, it was this transfer had a hijack vibe to it, didn't it? As you said, I feel like Don't know. This isn't 100% confirmed, but I felt like he actually had a medical at Huddersfield, I believe, from what I've been reading. And as I say, I believe we threw a little bit more money at him than Huddersfield could afford, and that's why he ended up eventually
Yeah.
signing with Birmingham. Money talks.
It's hard to know what's true, but I heard and read that as well.
Yeah.
But we've got him. So whatever the Blues,
It's going to sound brutal. Money talks.
Very much.
And he signed for us. And I don't know the specifics about the wages and the increase and all these sorts of things, but we offered him more. He accepted it, and he's now a Birmingham City player.
He's just final point for me. Do you think he'll be played as an out-and-out striker, or it depends on what Chris Davis does?
It's really hard to tell, isn't it? Until we see how Chris Davis likes to set up and play. My gut, if he wants to play that fast, dynamic style of football, I think he will play a 4-2-3-1, exactly how Mowbray set us up.
Yeah.
In fact, exactly how a lot of our managers set us up last season. It's a very popular system. So I think he will play that, and Alfie May will be that number 9. Out-and-out striker.
Yeah, I think so. And I think he needs to be, and that's why I asked the question. I think, in order to be effective, he needs to be an out-and-out striker. I'd
love to know how they set him up at Charlton. I know the Charlton fans said that give him free roam, but I don't know about their formations or whether he had...
Well, maybe Charlton fans could let us know. So if you're a Charlton fan watching this, and you could let us know in the comments below the video what system that you played that he was so effective, that'd be really useful to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chris Davis would have done his homework. He would have watched lots of videos on Alfie May, and so he'd know that information.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Davis was talking about graft and a new style of team and the fight, and he wants players who are going to run 24/7, hard work. I think Alfie May fits the perfect description for a Chris Davis style of striker.
Yeah, and like you say, it's a really good signing for us, because I think we knew that out of all the positions that needed to be filled, and there are still a lot, striker is the most pressing. But to get the player that was top League One scorer last season, to get him is just unbelievable, really.
Let's just say we have a brilliant season. I know, and again, other fans are going to probably switch off at this point from the arrogance, but I'm just playing a little game here. Hypothetical game. Blues get promoted. We've signed Alfie May on a 3-year contract, and I know it's hard to tell, Dad, because we haven't seen Alfie May much in action either. But from what you've been hearing, what you've been seeing, do you think he could make the step up and score goals in the Championship as well?
Yeah, I do. I was looking at all the signings, all the players we've been linked with, and I look at the 2 goalkeepers that we've signed as well. They could both easily. Well, Ryan Allsop was number 1 choice in Hull City last season, and they nearly made the playoffs. So we've got Bailey Peacock Farrell as well as another goalkeeper we signed as well. Mm-hmm. He's the Northern Ireland national goalkeeper, and he could easily play in the Championship. But I think that just re-emphasises what Gary Cook says right at the beginning of the transfer window, is that when we recruit, we want to try and recruit Championship-ready players, so that when promotion happens, we don't have to start from a blank sheet of. Again, we can just go and we've got players that can transition straight into that league. So, looking very good. Very pleased with this signing. I think most Blues fans, the things that I'm seeing on social media, the Blues fans are over the moon with that signing.
Just a proven number 9 goal scorer is on a full-time contract at Birmingham City. I just can't wait. I can't wait for the season to start. I know we keep saying it, Dad, in our videos.
And this is just a start, though, Matt. We've signed 2 goalkeepers and now Alfie May as at the time of recording of this video. Yeah. But this is just a start. There's going to be a lot more players coming into Birmingham City, and if they can be of that level, of that quality, we're going to have a very, very good team this season.
And on that note, there will be players leaving as well. So there's going to be a lot of turnover at this club. For sure. Yeah. But, coming back to our original video, Dad, sorry, not original video, a video from last week about our international players. Imagine if you are Bielek and Miyoshi and you're seeing all the keepers come in, the strikers come in, the rumours that are in. I think we're sending a message that you want to be a part of this club and this journey.
I think as well, not just the existing players, but players who might be linked to us might think, actually, there's a lot of decent players going in there. Yeah. So it's all going to help, isn't it? But it's definitely a good start. We're still at the beginning, let's say, of the transfer window, but what we've signed and what we've done so far has been absolutely brilliant. The
fact we've got a striker in it's a huge sigh of relief, isn't it? A goal scorer proven at this level, and
by the way, I think we need 2 more.
Yeah. I agree.
I think we need 2 more strikers as well, so it'll be interesting to see who they're going to be. Because obviously we've got Tyler Roberts. I mean, Tyler Roberts could.
He was playing more these centre attacking mid when under Rowett and under Mowbray, but because he is technically a forward, he is technically a striker. But when Jay Stansfield was playing, Tyler Roberts either play on the left side of the attacking mid or the centre attacking mid. So actually he changed positions last year. And when he's on his game, he really is good at plugging those balls through. So
Yeah.
if he could get better at that position, I'd actually like to see Tyler Roberts in the supportive role, not an out-and-out striker, personally.
That's a possibility, but I think he could have a big impact. It's a really big season for him as well, because he after his injuries, and obviously he didn't have last season he was injured quite a lot, wasn't he? And
Yeah.
he would never really got up to speed. And I think with a good pre-season under his belt, he could have a real impact. And with Alfie May there as well now, it could be quite a good forward line.
He's been putting the hard work in, hasn't he, over the summer? So I hope
Yeah.
it pays off.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, for me, that's an excellent signing. So welcome, Alfie May, and looking forward to getting down there and watching you shove the goals in for us.
Absolutely. I mean, we've kind of done this in reverse. We should have started with welcome Alfie May, but we'll end the video on a welcome to our club. And as you can tell, 2 Blues fans here, and I'm sure the fan base are right behind us as well. Absolutely buzzing with this signing. But as always, Blues fans, we'd love to hear from you. So please drop us a comment in the section below. Please let us know your thoughts. Are you excited with Alfie May? As Dad said, do you think we need a couple of more strikers in there as well, just to strengthen us up in that top attacking part of the field? Please let us know. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and check us out on our social media channels with our X page and our Instagram page popping up on the screen right now. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to press that red subscribe button so you don't miss any future content from me and Dad all about Birmingham City.